Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Hellsing Ultimate Abridged. Last time we had Alucard going to Brazil with Police Girl and the Frenchman, who was part of the new bodyguards, I guess, the bodyguards of the Hellsing organization. And Alucard ended up fighting the Dandy Man. It was hilarious and super gory. And we have finally unveiled, our heroes finally know that the people behind this are the Nazis, which was very pleasing to Alucard, also known as the Crimson Fucker. So, yeah. Let's, before we get into this, I'm gonna once again say, be sure that you are headed down to the description or to the pinned comment of this video. There is a link to the original Hellsing Ultimate Abridged video. Be sure you watch that before you watch this reaction so you give Team 4-Star your support. And with that being said, let's get into this. Here we go.
The following is a fan-based parody, puta. Hellsing Ultimate is owned by Kauto Hirano and Studio Madhouse and licensed by Genion, Madman Entertainment, Manga Entertainment, and Funimation. Volontero ko das on mine.
Oh my.
It means go suck your mother's cunt.
Say it.
Fuck you.
That's how you say it.
You're really going to force me on this?
Oh my gosh.
Masked. I need to hear this.
Fine! You were right!
Oh.
Jump up your own ass and die!
Houston, we have no problems.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, dude, I just finished, and we need like 5 minutes over here to recharge.
Oh man.
Back in business.
We're immediately starting with a fight with Anderson.
Oh, great, and now she's triggered. Could be all day with it.
Oh my gosh.
The good Lord has handed down a blessing to ya filthy heathens as a sign of goodwill. A small private Vatican jet. Now, if you would be so very Christian-like to ship your sorry pale ass out and take your trigger-happy harlot with ya, and the woman. Don Qua.
Man, I don't know what I find funnier. The Catholic Church strong-arming you into helping us. Or the fact that you obviously haven't seen what I did to the statue of Big J.
Oh my gosh, Alucard! So the church wants to help. Ooh, the intro's a bit different. Ooh, London. Oh, that's where they... I don't know.
The banner want to come down. I think it's a constrictor knot.
What do you mean you forgot the song? Okay, screw it. Just take my phone and hit random. No, just hit random. Okay, 3, 2... Okay, turn it off. It didn't work.
Aw.
It did not work.
Following your example.
Ooh, caddy. Oh shit, is that Betty?
Excuse me, sir, you're going to have to...
Get out of my way!
Well. If it isn't Allie, your skin is still as smooth as the day I felt it on my own.
You know it.
Oh my.
Reminds me of when I'd keep your bed warm during the Blitz.
Ooh.
Those were better days.
During the Blitz.
I was younger, beautiful.
Oh, shut up, you old hag. I'd still wreck you like Diana.
Oh, you know exactly what to say to moisten me up.
Oh!
I can never have sex again.
Alucard,
Yeah.
if you please.
You're right.
Princess
I'm
Diana
not
joke.
focusing on the
Jesus
past.
Christ.
Instead, let's focus on the past. Back in World War II, Walter and I were part of a top-secret government operation called Operation Crowd Control. Walter was 15, and I'm pretty sure if I'm remembering correctly, I was a girl.
Wait a second, that implies that the Queen...
Interrupt my story again, Reggie! See what happens!
Oh.
But yeah, we were under orders to stick it sideways to a group of Nazi scientist whack jobs interested in creating a vampire army. And did we?
Seems you missed a spot.
Are you gonna do this right now? In front of everybody?
The point is, enough members have survived and they're planning on finishing their mission.
Okay.
They've established a base in Brazil and are using the name
Millennium. Warten Sie. How you say? Do not shoot the messenger.
Ah, the return of the Y-boner. With a vengeance.
How did he get in here?
We had over a dozen guards.
Those were ours? I mean, oh my god, how did he get through the guards?
My commanding officer, the Major, would like to personally introduce himself, along with our wonderful organization.
Okay.
What?
Schrödinger?
It's not working, Major.
Did you click TVs and power?
Oh, wait, I'm on video too.
9, video 1.
Got it.
There you go.
He's still so fucking fat! It's like a Nazi Louis C.K.
Ooh.
Oh, it isn't the memorable Alucard. His provider, Sir Integra, the bean counters, and of course, very interesting to see, by the way, the Vatican. How does it feel to work with your sworn enemies, Father Maxwell?
Not as painful as your obnoxious voice.
Oh, come on. We used to be friends with the Vatican. Remember how you aided us in our escape from Germany? I guess they weren't supposed to know that.
So that's how you knew about them.
Yes.
I'm sure you're chomping at the bit to find out what we have in store for you
Bring
tonight.
church.
Nazi army.
Wow, just kill all the fun. Put the fun in camps, why don't you?
Yeah, you fun Nazi.
Get to the fucking point!
Well, mind me if it seems a little too American for you, but at some time, someplace, something will attack you. Maybe, probably, could be happening right now.
Fingers crossed.
But rest assured, this is no simple incursion.
Fräulein.
Prepared studious.
Fräulein.
Soon the
Fräulein.
endless
Hey,
dedication
Fräulein!
What is happening?
the blood of Britain shall
We would make beautiful children.
Was that boy girl bugging you?
once like that, the war begins.
Whoops, did I just accidentally a war?
Police girl.
Jeez!
Huh, they will look rather nice, actually.
Alright now, Alucard. Clean that up. Oh.
Oh wow, looks like he was self-cleaning and or magical.
Integra, Alucard,
Yes, sugar lips.
when you find him,
Okay.
and when you kill him, I want you to record it so I can fall asleep to it every night.
Jesus fucking Christ, I've missed you!
Hey!
Oh, shut up.
Oh, Major, I think that went well.
You think it went well?
Yeah.
Doc there. I was there. And much like our former boss,
I killed it.
Let us hope the Major does not end up the same. We do not have the freezer space to store the incidental leftovers.
Ah, Doctor, usually it is a faux pas to give a pet as a gift, but I love him.
Major, I am so sorry for his disrespectful disposition.
Oh, don't worry. I much enjoy some playful cattiness in my staff. Nonetheless, it is time
So
for
he-
phase 2
she
of our
survived.
operation. Our Fräulein's excursion to the English Channel.
Oh no. Whoa, this is getting all 3D.
Helicopter trying to land. That seemed odd. Commander Violet, do you know? Oh, dog, that's for your papa.
Okay. Ugh.
This is my favorite kind of ship. Running with blood and semen.
What?
The game!
What game?
You lose! Lol, I'm so random.
So, the ship is now under your command, Miss Rip Van Winkle.
Oh, Dankeschön, Captain. Tell me, how did it feel slaughtering your kinsmen, turning them into ghouls, betraying your family and country, all for the selfish desire to become an immortal vampire?
Wow, when you put it like that, I feel like kind of a cunt.
Oh, but
Yeah.
you know what might make you feel better, Captain?
What?
What's that?
Checking your privilege.
Oh.
Walter, if I may confide in you,
I temper my sense of decency and expectation.
I am positively throbbing over these guys returning.
Well, if it lasts for more than 4 hours.
Walter, do you know my top 3 favorite things I've killed are? Third is the Turks. Second is Nazis. Can you guess the first?
Your father?
Nailed it!
I see.
Interesting.
Now
Alucard's
it's open
father.
season for these heathen swine.
Dracula, I assume.
While I mirror your favor lay still upon the saltless jewels of the English church, we have a much bigger foe knocking at our door.
Then knock at the door of Hellsing, and as the wolf huffs and puffs, we shall skewer these pigs ourselves.
I do not know the metaphor of which you draw, but regardless, we must set aside the quarrels of our houses and unite under the banner of God.
Ah, I see. So this is a crusade!
No. We don't say that anymore. We're calling it, Damn, what do the American cows say?
Peacekeeping?
Great! Now, shall we keep the peace?
Oh no. Oh my gosh, where does he get all these friggin' swords?
Only until it's time to slide in the knife.
Friggin' church.
We lost communication with the vessel 18 hours ago. Currently, it's resting in the Atlantic 300 kilometers off the coast of Porling.
Have you acquired visual via satellite?
Yes, and they've left a rather cryptic message that we've yet to make any sense of.
Cake is a lie.
I don't get this. I don't get it.
None of us know what it means either.
Is it a reference or something?
Yeah.
Of course, there was one other shot
Alucard
we
might
had,
know.
which looks to be someone sitting in the middle with a yellow parasol. Seems a tad random if you ask me.
This person looks like they're begging for attention.
And they're about to get it. The Special Air Service has deployed 2 platoons via helicopter. They'll have visual any moment now.
Ma'am?
Wait for it.
We've lost both Harrys! And that
Yeah.
was Portal, by the way. That's Portal. That's what it's from.
Well, this has been fun.
I like that.
Always nice playing audience to this menagerie you call a military. Since it seems like you got this one on lockdown, I'll leave you to it.
Whoa. Based on new information that has been presented to us, we've decided we require the Hellsing organization and their services.
Yeah, you do.
It's amazing how much time and people we could save if you just ask us in the first place.
Yeah.
Walter?
We're talking a hefty game, Sir Integra. 300 kilometers into the Atlantic, and they seem to be able to annihilate anything we send at them.
And we can't send a submarine. It could be a depth charge showcase down there.
Can't go at it from the sides, can't go at it from below.
So our only option is to hit that son of a bitch from above.
Well, we do have one option. However, it was decommissioned in 1998.
The Lockheed SR-71 Blackbird, an advanced long-range strategic reconnaissance aircraft capable of Mach 3 and an altitude of 85,000 feet.
You sure do seem to know a lot about it.
Do you even read my Christmas list?
Jeez, alright. I like how dramatic he is about this friggin' plane.
The hell is she singing now?
I have no idea. I think it was popular a couple of years back.
At least she's no longer on about the ponies and the friendship and the wrapping up of winter.
Never gonna let you down. Never gonna run around.
And now we're being rickrolled.
Never gonna make you cry. Never gonna say goodbye. Never gonna tell a lie and hurt you. It's him! Like the Major said!
Mein Fräulein Van Winkle, the song was nice, so you don't need to.
Prepare for combat! It's Alucard!
Oh boy. Oh boy.
We are going to tear the aircraft apart.
Oh.
They say no man can kill you, Alucard. That's because you don't see the man to do it.
It just better not have too much copyright problems with this song. Whoa! Oh my gosh. This is freaking the Avengers? Freaking Alucard.
Nice ship you got here.
I am Rip Van Winkle. Would I command your respect?
No.
Oh
you
no.
Demand my
Whoa.
attention.
not to take this from you. You racist.
I like how just matter of fact is, ow. Oh no.
The funny thing is, in any other circumstance, you might have had a point there. Except my boss is a woman, I was a chick in the 40s, I hate everyone equally, and there's no one alive who could comprehend my sexual preference. So in other words, Miss Van Winkle, check your privilege.
Oh, he's keeping that gun, by the way.
Oh, haven't you heard the new sensation sweeping the nation? Bitches love cannons.
Jeez. She didn't even stand a chance.
Operation Bait Van Winkle is a resounding success.
Oh.
Alucard is now exactly where we need him to be so we can move forward with our little...
That was the point.
Surprise. However,
okay.
Before we begin our next phase, I would like to take some time to address a rumor floating around the fleet. Some of you have come to believe that I like war. I wish to dash these rumors. I do not like war. I love war. Through my life, I have discovered so many forms of war.
Okay.
Get up in the morning, you get into your shitty car, and you see a rich CEO who works half as hard as you do drive down the street in his Porsche. Class 4. You make it to work, and you find out that the annual drug test is today. And you just so happen to take a puff of your one-hitter a couple nights ago before dinner with your wife's awful parents. Drug war. But then, you find out that the only ones being called in for testing are your black and Hispanic co-workers. Race war.
Yeah.
Then you try and post about it on your Facebook, but then all your friends start arguing about what's right and what's wrong. Flame war. You finally get home and you decide to relax by watching a program about who gets the box, what's in the box, how much is what's in the box worth. Storage wars.
Alright, that's funny.
What I am telling you, my Nazi army of 1,000 vampires, is that I am a purveyor of war.
Yeah.
And with your help over the years, we are now at the precipice of our true goal. You see, I want a simple war. No class wars, no drug wars, no race wars, no flame wars, and certainly no cold wars. Blue bought for 40 years. What I want is a war that only we can bring. A true war. A German war. The sequel you've all been waiting for.
Oh no.
I want World War III!
Oh no. I did not think this show was going to go for World War III, but I like it. Crazy son of a bitch.
I better not miss a damn thing.
Whew. Alrighty. And that's episode 4. Alright. Hair. Wow, alright, so World War III just started. Again, not where I thought this was gonna go, but here we are. Alright, this episode was interesting, I gotta say. Because we've kind of been doing a pattern in these episodes where, like, okay, we have the beginning, we have the exposition and stuff like that, and then we have this big fight with our sort of villain of the week, I guess, villain of the episode, and then it just sort of ends, and that's kind of that. And that's sort of the same thing here, but I feel like this was a bit more of a calm episode, actually. Like, it wasn't a whole, like, ton of stuff that happened, I guess. Despite the fact that, you know, we had our setup in the beginning, and then Alucard went to face an enemy, and then that was that. But we had a bit more with the Nazis, and, what is the guy that leads them? The leader of them? Head doctor? Or is it the major? I don't know. Dang it, what's the main villain's name? The leader of the Nazis. What's his name? I don't remember. And it's not gonna help you guys to... It's not gonna help me to if you guys leave it in the comments, because I'm trying to record these all before I go back to school, so I'll have long seen the series by now, by the time this goes up, so yeah. So I don't remember his name. I'll learn it between episodes. So we got a lot more of him, and I noticed they really scaled down his voice. Like, at first it was a very high pitched German voice, and now it's a very calm German voice. That's probably the worst German accent in the world, but it's very much a deeper voice, and I do like that, because that might be hard if we stuck with his original voice. But yeah, so yeah. So that's kind of interesting. You know, like I said, we got a lot with the Nazis. This really did feel like sort of a calm before the storm episode, because there wasn't a whole lot of, like, action. There wasn't a very sustainable villain, I guess, because, you know, Rip Van Winkle, like, she just was not a challenge to Alucard in the slightest, and that was kind of the point. You know, she was just there for bait. So, yeah, that's interesting. I wrote down the church's help. The church is helping the Hellsing organization. That's interesting that they're doing that, but it does seem to be sort of a very, very much a common enemy sort of thing. You know, the church is going to help. The church's enemy are the Nazis. The Hellsings are going against the Nazis. You know, the church, it seems like the church really just has Anderson. Like, they don't really, I don't know how much else the church actually has. Like, so they can't do it on their own, especially with just Anderson. So the teaming up with the Hellsing organization, I like that, who in turn is, I believe, teaming up with the British government. That seemed to be what I got. I wrote down Dracula because Alucard said, like, you know, there were three things that are his favorite things he's ever killed. I don't remember what the third one was, but the second one he said was the Nazis. And he was like, well, Walter, can you guess what the first thing is? And it's like, your father. It's like, bingo. So Alucard killed his father, who I assume would be Dracula, because, you know, Alucard, Dracula, that's kind of the whole deal. That's where Alucard comes from, is in the 40s movie Son of Dracula. They made up Alucard, and people have just kind of adopted it. Castlevania's adopted Alucard into the Dracula mythos, and now this is doing that. So, yeah, that's a bit interesting that he considers his father his favorite kill. So, yeah. I wrote down 40s chick. I find that interesting that in the 40s he was a girl. I'm not sure how or why or what, but yeah, like, he kept saying that. It's like, I was a chick in the 40s. And apparently he really loved that old lady, whoever that is. That's, God, the Princess Diana joke. That's weird. who does that? Team 4-Star does, apparently. And then I wrote down World War III. That's crazy that we're jumping into World War III. Like, I didn't think that would be... I never even thought that would be a thing. And maybe I kind of heard... Maybe I heard that there were Nazis in this, but I didn't really think anything of it until I started watching the show. But even then, like, it never really crossed my mind that, yeah, this is World War III. And it's World War III with Alucard. That is crazy. But that's pretty much all I wrote. Really excited to get into the next episodes. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where the series goes from here, because this really did seem like the setup episode where it's like, okay, the calm before the storm sort of thing, where it's like, okay, here we go. Let's everyone take a bit of a breath. It's still gonna be a little crazy, but we're gonna take a bit of a breath. World War III, here we go, next episode. So yeah, that's pretty crazy, but this has been really interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go record the next episode now. So with that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this episode. If you want to watch more of my Hellsing Ultimate Abridged reactions, you can click on the playlist. You can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and be sure you hit that notification bell. You can support me on Patreon and follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.